It was had to be in one of the best semifinals that's been played in this tournament in a long, long time, and we're clearly disappointed with the result, but I thought that we did everything that we could. We played as hard as we possibly could, and ultimately, they got a few plays that went their way, and I thought they played great as well. And it's easy to have a few plays go your way when you're playing as well as they did. I thought they came in with a good offensive game plan and executed it really well. And but I love the fire and the heart that our guys showed the entire time. And it was, again, at the end of the year, not the way we wanted to finish. But I'm deeply, deeply proud of our team and of the effort they put in. And of the season they put together. Came through a lot of adversity and came through a lot of difficult times, and were able to string together some wonderful wins, and just in general had a great year.
Questions for the student athletes?
Into the fourth game, you had your chances, right?
Yeah, we had all the chances in the world to finish that set out, and we didn't make the plays and they did, and so I mean that was the same in the fifth, and we weren't able to buckle down and make those plays, and so they were able to capitalize, and that was the match right there.
Taylor, can you just kind of take us through what your emotions are right now? Having a fantastic match, but unfortunately your team just wasn't able to pull it out in an epic game.
It's so hard losing, and it's so hard for my career at BYU to be done. But the hardest part is not losing that match. It's just the fact that I don't get to battle with my boys anymore, and go to battle with them every match. And so that's the hardest part for me, is just being able to move on from my team, and I'm going to miss every minute of that. But it was a fun battle, and it was a fun way to end my career. I mean, Stanford is a great team, and I wouldn't pick my guys over I wouldn't pick any other guys over the guys that we have on our side of the net, and so it's just I'm not sad at all. I'm just like kind of not into the fact that I have to leave the guys behind.
Yeah. Oh, and we see it every home match, the amount of love BYU has for you with the signs, the shirts. But conversely, what has the BYU community meant to you in your time here?
They mean a lot to me, and they made me a lot better of a player. And having that support is amazing, and I thank them a lot. And I mean, the atmosphere we have at BYU is amazing, and it's been fun to play volleyball there and go to school there.
You find yourself about the match. I want to get Devin's thoughts about the match.
Yeah, obviously disappointing. Felt like we played hard though, and as we discussed before, we just weren't able to make the plays when we needed to. And ton of credit to Stanford; they came out and played a great match. They started out super strong there in the first set, and then at the end again came on strong. So yeah, just echoing what was said before.
So did you find yourself, as you kind of dwell on the match, thinking more about that fourth game or about the couple opportunities in game towards the end of that fifth set?
We should have put it away in the fourth set, and we had so many opportunities. I felt like, that's just what separates the better teams. And so we should have come back and won that fifth set, but we can't look back in the future. It happened, or in the past, and it happened, and so we just got to move on from this.
Devin, looking at that first game, Stanford came out and put up a big offensive performance. Were they doing anything that you guys weren't expecting, or what was the reason for that big performance in the first game?
They just weren't making errors, I think was what it came down to. I don't know if it was anything we weren't expecting, but they were just hitting the ball really well, and we weren't able to stop them. And so I could be wrong, but I think we put up pretty good numbers that set as well. But they were just unstoppable from our defense, so that's what it came down to.
Any other questions for the student athletes?